Okay, I'm going to take a quick divergence away from politics today and talk about Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, heartbroken like everyone else. And yeah, I've written them off because, come on, Norwich aren't going to beat Tottenham. And I bet even if they did, we'd concede to lose to Everton. So, afraid it's over. But, I really don't think people should get all too upset about it because everyone would have taken fifth at the start of the season. Don't be stupid. And in all brutal honesty, fifth is a fair place for that team. It's very young and it crumbled under the pressure at Spurs and then at Newcastle. It just crumbled. And that's not champions, bro. Okay? Can't go to Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, like that. You'd be humiliated. So, for the sake of less humiliations next year, probably a good thing. But I think you should just look at the positives, right? I think to get fifth without a striker, because to be honest, 80% of this season really we played without a striker, and even with Aubameyang there, he wasn't performing, and Lacazette hasn't performed, and Ketty come in, and he's done alright, but to be honest, a couple of cheeky snug goals, really. I'm not sure. I mean, he played well. I definitely think we should keep it, definitely, because you can only get better, I think, and certainly shows a lot of energy. But yeah, I think the rest of the team, when you look at it, so young, and a lot of those players as well came in last year, some of the key ones. So I think next year will be really, really strong. Next year we should be aiming for fourth for sure. But without a top striker, that just ain't gonna happen. And probably cover the base of midfield, because El Nenny's done really well actually, I think, and actually I think Xhaka's top quality player. The odd red card is literally the only thing against him, because actually he's like at Newcastle, I think one of the few people to go out there and not be totally blown away, keep his head, keep his cool. So yeah, I think he's quality, but what's been really lacking, I think, in the last few games is Partey, isn't it? Just that real control in midfield, especially at Newcastle, just overrun, absolutely overrun, swarmed. But we got our flanks covered well. Martinelli and Saka, excellent. Odegaard's good as well. So yeah, we just need that striker, I think. Otherwise, I think we're looking pretty good, and I think the Europa League will be a really good competition to have a run at. I think you should really try and win that. Actually, it's totally possible. I mean, Rangers got there. Haven't won it yet though, but yeah. So striker and centre midfielder should definitely be top priority. I guess we're looking a little bit shy at the left back positions. But I think right back, Cedric's done excellent, and Tomiyasu was doing really well for the whole breakdown. But yeah, maybe Tavares will improve next season. Again, I don't think it's bad as people say. Again, it's just a case of just a couple of really bad matches. He's young. It's not really, but hopefully he'll improve there. I'm afraid to say, Ramsdale really started the season really well, but there's been quite a few games as the season's tailed off where it's just looked pretty shaky, and the distribution has really dropped. Still making some cracking saves actually. Even in that defeat to Newcastle, he made a couple of really, really good ones. But yeah, central defence is totally solid, I think. And actually, Holding, what the fuck was he doing in that Spurs game, but I actually think he's a good deputy. And yeah, and Arteta, love him or hate him. I mean, I think you've got to love him, really, because he has formed that group into a pretty good unit, and he's got fifth. Everyone was writing him off, putting him seventh or eighth. So I think you've got to give him credit there. But I would say the mark against him is that I think he's too rigid. He's trying to emulate Pep a bit too much, An example I think is going to Tottenham, okay? And you look at the Tottenham's record against Man City, against Liverpool, and you're like, okay, this is a team that can really hit the very best on the counter, very best possession teams and attacking teams in Europe. Tottenham can beat on the counter. So what's Arteta's plan when he goes to Tottenham? Try and play like Man City? Nah, they should have gone there, stuck everyone behind the ball, just created a fortress and sucked up that pressure for the full 90 minutes and just been like, it's on you guys. You have to win this. We don't have to win this. Okay? And for anyone who says, oh, you got to go there to win, no, I don't want to go there to win. I want to go there so when they leave, we can put the finger up at them. Okay, well, the scoreline is at the end. You leave going, fuck you, we got Champions League football. You couldn't score. But he didn't. And he had a blueprint for it because, down to 10 men against Liverpool, they kept them out. He's got a blueprint in that squad for 5 at the back with the wing backs. And that's with 10 men. So, stick another man on there. And with Martinelli and Nketiah, you've got a good counter-attacking unit yourself, So I just think his arrogance just led straight into a sucker punch that just destroyed that squad then, The beating they took at Spurs just meant they went to Newcastle and got shredded. So, yeah, that is bad on him. But, the rest of the season, you're going to have to just say he's done well. So, hopefully maybe he gets a little bit more tactically nuanced in that way. Just a little, willing to bend more towards who your opponents are, because it's all fair Guardiola being like, I won't change my tactics, really. Whoever I play, but he's got one of the best teams in the world, so you've got to play with what you got against what you're against. So that's what a manager should be doing. But anyway, and then lastly, I think actually top 4 is going to be really hard next year. Really hard. There was a shot here because Man United's imploded, but they got another top quality manager, and they're just stacked with top quality players. So I mean, they need a total rebuild, but those players, man, once they do get into a click and a fit, they're going to start dominating teams again. So they're going to be in the mix again. And I think what we saw on Monday is there's now another team in the Premier League that is legitimately in the mix. Because come on, West Ham probably aren't really in the mix for top 4. They might punch it up there mid-season, but yeah, I don't think people can really say they're there. But Newcastle, since the turn of the year, really one of the best teams in the Premier League. I think Howard's done an amazing job there, and really, actually, I really do think top teams should go for these British managers more, man, who take up teams like Bournemouth. They take them up and they keep them up. They don't get enough respect for that, and I'm really happy he's got hold of Newcastle. And ignoring all the ethics about the Saudi money and all that, but it's football now. I'm happy he's got a team with a budget and stuff to show what he can do, and he's showing what he can do. Kind of wish maybe Arsenal had gone for someone like him, but c'est la vie. But yeah, they're going to splurge another 200 million, aren't they, in the summer? And you're going to be looking at a serious contender there for top 4. So, and really, I think you can say that at least next year, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea probably aren't going to be dislodged from the top 4. I think Chelsea might have a few years before they start disintegrating without their Russian, stolen funds to back them up. But they're just being replaced with Newcastle. So, but yeah, so we're looking at one spot in the Champions League, and you got United, Tottenham, Arsenal, Newcastle. That is a fight. And really, without a top striker, Arsenal are not going to beat those three teams. Not going to happen. So it's all on that, really. But anyway, I mean, we could win the Europa League, then we don't have to finish top four. Interesting. But there we go. That's my take.